What a gorgeous car.
Yeah, this is wonderful, Lance. This is, I think, as good as it gets. This is the Grand Routiers, I call it, the idea of the cars that were used on the great routes of Europe to go to the great hotels by the privileged few. The luggage would be brought with another vehicle. These were high-performance cars. Ettore Bugatti built not just machinery, he put art on the road, not only mechanically. Mechanically, they were sophisticated. This is a 3.3-liter double overhead cam supercharged car that came in supercharged and non-supercharged versions. They were fast, they were comfortable, and they were reliable. They were a good car. It's Jean Bugatti, his son, Ettore's son, who put the art in many ways into the flow of the bodies of the 30s, and he was very much behind that. And this is, I think, a wonderful example. There's an Atlant Type 57C. This car has been to Pebble Beach, but it's also done the Colorado Grand, so it's not just a pretty face.
And the Bugattis are so distinctive from other cars. You can just spot them easily with some of the styling cues that they used.
Yeah. Their radiators have that same famous sort of horseshoe form, and that even their Grand Prix cars have that. Ettore Bugatti very much believed that form is almost more important than function. So everything you do has to have a responsible shape to it. And that's why the consistency of the car is so incredible to see. It has a combination of being feminine and masculine at the same time. The steering wheel is nice and large, but it's very thin. The sound is wonderful. It's very mechanical, like a race car. The racing, in which they did, and they were extremely successful in the 20s and 30s, is what spawned on their production cars, and they were a high-performance machine. There weren't a lot of cars that matched it. I mean, I think in my mind, they and Alfa Romeo in the 30s were king.
Mm-hmm. By today's standards, how are these to drive? Are they a real wrestling match, or are they a comfortable, easy car to drive?
No, they're a good car. They have a good power. They're like any vintage cars. The gearboxes aren't all synchromesh. You need to be a little careful there. But otherwise, this is a very tractable automobile. It's when you get in the 20s, when you have no synchromesh mesh at all, is when you get to more challenging drive. No, this is fairly light to steer. It's a good performance. You can do 70 all day long in it. It's a grand automobile. I mean, it's I think, I was going to call it one of the best kept secrets, but it isn't. I mean, people know how great they are. But if you compare some of the performance levels of these cars compared to just a normal car of the 30s, it's awesome, absolutely awesome.